Today on Color Outside the Box podcast.
Fat burning foods. Really and truly, it is a myth. Because there's really no fat burning food. Mm-hmm. You can put food in your system that has less fat, so you're taking in less fat. But what fat really comes from is sugar.
Color Outside the Box is a podcast series that focuses on creating a better you. Whether it's advice about family, relationships, raising children in this technological world, marriage, or careers, we seek to find the answers to help you live your best life. So start your Monday morning off right with me, your hostess with the mostest, Princess Miller, on Color Outside the Box right here on iTunes and everywhere podcasts can be heard. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm so happy that you are joining us. This is the Color Outside the Box podcast. I am your hostess, Princess Miller, and we are here with another wonderful guest, Mr. Tre Cook. And Tre is the owner of Embrace Fitness Training Center in Mobile, Alabama. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a personal trainer. He's a minister. He's a speaker, what I just found out, a motivational speaker. And so he's going to be here talking about some healthy foods that we need to incorporate in our diet to make sure that we're living our best life. So good morning, Tre. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. So healthy foods. You gonna take away all my sweets today, Tre?
I should. Yeah, I should. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so talk to us about some foods that we need to incorporate in our diet.
Well, incorporate, that's a great word to use. Incorporate. Well, it should be something that should be a part of your lifestyle of eating anyway, right? So we look for more natural things. A lot of people are against meat. I'm not. I think, protein is great. I did do a stint of being a vegan, and it was, enlightening, and it worked. You know what I mean? But at the same time, some people are more plant based. Some people, don't mind carbs, and it's according to your system though, and that's kind of how you have to look at it. You have to figure out what works for you, and when it comes to that. You say healthy foods, as many greens as you can have. You want to stick with your green vegetables. Asparagus, broccoli, zucchini. It's one of my favorites. Things like that. It's how you prepare. You say take away a lot of your sweets. That's one of the things you said. Well, the thing about it is I try not to take away as much because if I try to take away everything from you, more than likely you ain't going to do it. You're not going to do it because you're feeling deprived. So I try to coach you off of it. So we make better adjustments, right? Because it's like, you hear people say all the time, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
That's me.
I'm working on it. And I say, okay, well, how long have you been working on it? Because I tell people they need to stay away from sodas and stuff like that. Because sodas are terrible for you. So, but they say I can't live without Coke. So if I don't have it, I get a headache and all that kind of stuff. And I believe it because of what's in it and all the caffeine and the sugar and all that. It's very addictive. So your system craves it. But what I start to do is instead of me saying, okay, I do say, you need to cut that out. But if you're drinking a 2 liter a day, the odds of you just shutting it off, I'm realistic.
Yeah.
Come on. You're not going to do that.
Oh, no.
So what I started to do is I started to tell them to take, we set smaller goals when it comes to that. I'll tell you a story about one of the girls that I used to train. I used to do home training before I opened the gym. And I did home training for 15, 16 years. And she was really, really addicted to Cokes, right? So I asked her one day, I said, you got to get rid of this because it's not helping. It's not helping at all. It's not helping your health. It's not helping your weight loss. It's not helping anything. But she was like, I just got to have it. I said, do you have to have it for the taste? Or is it the amount? She said, I don't know. It may be just the taste. I said, well, let's test that then. So I said, you're no longer allowed to buy 2 liters. All right. you have to buy cans, right? And instead of drinking a can, I told her, every time you get that craving of having it, all right, I want you to have one. You get one can a day, and you get a shot glass.
Oh my goodness!
Right? You get a shot glass. I said, and every time you get that craving, I said, and I want you to fight it for a little while, but when you can't take it any longer, I want you to go in, pour a shot of the Coke, and drink it. Put the can back in the refrigerator, and go on about your business. All right? Mm-hmm. Come to find out, it wasn't the amount; it was the taste that she's so used to. Mm-hmm. All right. So instead of me just making a quick cold turkey, and a lot of people, you know, they'll be hard on you, drill sergeant type trainers. They'll be like, "You need to stop this." That. But when we look at our society, people, they're gonna. I tell people all the time, I'm a suggester. Mm-hmm. I suggest to you what you should do, but it's up to you to do it. Yes. So when you succeed in this, I don't deserve all the credit because you did all the work. Mm-hmm. I tell people all the time, out of 100%, I probably deserve about 3 because I don't walk around you every day. Yeah, that's true. All I do is suggest to you what you should do, and I give you maps of how to do it. Mm-hmm. But it's up to you to be dedicated enough to yourself and to your success and to your life to carry it out.
And there are some substitutes out there that you can, you know, I know one time I did the, I think it was the smoothie challenge one time. And my drink of choice is Mountain Dews. I love me some Mountain Dews.
Don't I know that?
So when I got ready to do the smoothie challenge, the first objective that I had to overcome was, what am I going to do in place of my Mountain Dews? Because there was no cookies, no ice cream, no candy bars, none of that. And then you had to drink smoothies. I think it was like 2 or 3 times a day. And make sure you get your snacks in. I think it was like twice a day, and then you incorporate your meal, and it had to be a healthy meal. And so what I did was I started doing some research, and I learned about wheatgrass. And many people may say wheatgrass, ew. The taste is something to get over, but it gave me that boost of energy that I needed in order to start my day, because I didn't drink Mountain Dews all throughout the day. I just needed that one shot of caffeine in the morning, that one cup.
Did y'all hear that word? That word, needed. She needed it.
I needed it. But I drunk that in the mornings, every morning. If I don't have a Coke, I have a Mountain Dew. I mean, not a Coke. If I didn't have a cup of coffee, I had a Mountain Dew. And then it graduated from Mountain Dew to Mountain Dew Kickstarts.
Even more.
And so I don't have a problem. I could stop any time.
Oh my God.
Anytime. I don't have a problem.
Sound like an addict.
And so what I did was I learned that you could buy wheatgrass in powder form, and you can add it to juice. And so what I would do is I would, in the mornings, get me a bottle of juice, add my little wheatgrass in there, shake it up, drink it, and go on about my day. And so what we have to do is I learned that I could come off of Mountain Dews if I had to, if I needed to, which, you know,
if
I don't.
You wanted to.
Want is a strong word, Trey.
It's the strongest word.
It's a strong word. But I was able to come off of, I think we did a 30 or 20-day challenge. And I was able to go cold turkey without Mountain Dews that entire time. So I know that it's possible.
That right there tells you that is a mindset. It's what you want.
Yes.
It's not what you need. But so many people put it on. It's what I need. I have people all the time. I can't do without coffee. I can't do without coffee. And I'm like, the reason why I have a problem with coffee is an appetite suppressor. We need to eat. If you're killing your appetite in the morning because you're drinking coffee, you're not going to eat till later on in the day.
That is so true. I do that.
So with that being said, your body goes into a starvation mode, and then you think, because I'm not getting a hunger pain, your body's really smart. So your body said, it does me no good to send you this. It takes energy for me to send you these hunger pains. So I'm going to shrink my stomach cavity where I'm satisfied with less. But it creates more room for fat, because that's how it preserves itself when you don't feed it. And I ask people all the time, what kind of car do you drive? And I say, Princess, what kind of car do you drive?
A Dodge.
Okay. So she drives an SUV. So if we put a quarter of a tank of gas in that SUV and say we want to go to Montgomery, are you going to make it?
No.
No, you're not. All right. Mm-hmm. So then you incorporate exercise and all of that because I want to be healthier, but I don't want to give up my stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. So that same quarter of a tank of gas, now you want to take you to Birmingham because now exercise is more stress on your system. Right. Mm-hmm. Good stress, but stress on your system. But your car can't run without fuel. And coffee is not fuel.
Oh, man, we're going to have to pause right here and take a commercial break, but we'll be right back with more from Tre Cook on the Color Outside the Box podcast. Stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? Trey here to tell you about one of the best gym experiences in Mobile, Embrace Fitness Training Center. Embrace Fitness is more than just a gym. We offer personal training, speed and agility training, golf simulator, golf fitness, boot camp classes, childcare, and even powerlifting. We're open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We love families, and kids are welcome. At Embrace Fitness, we believe that a family that works out together will stay together and live healthier and happier lives. So embrace the new you. We're located on Airport Boulevard near Cody Road. Try Embrace Fitness Training Center today. Your first visit is on me.
Princess Creative Productions can provide affordable and professional video services for small to mid-sized businesses. Our in-studio virtual set shoots start as low as $200. Let our expert get to work on your next video project. Call 251-421-4490 to book your next shoot. We're back on the Color Outside the Box podcast with your hostess, Princess Miller, and I'm sitting here with our special guest, Mr. Tre Cook, owner of Embrace Fitness Training Center. So, Tre, let's talk about the myth, fat-burning foods. What are some fat-burning foods?
Fat-burning foods. Really and truly, it is a myth. Because there's really no fat-burning food. Mm-hmm. You can put food in your system that has less fat, so you're taking in less fat. But what fat really comes from is sugar. Mm-hmm. And I tell people, do you not know that sugar, the only reason for sugar, the only thing sugar does is enhance taste. Mm-hmm. There's no nutritional value to sugar at all. Mm-hmm. It does nothing but make something taste better. Mm-hmm. So the more you put in it, the better it tastes, right? Mm-hmm. And it gets to a point where people don't know what real food tastes like because of the way they prepare it, right? You can take certain seasons and certain sauces, right? And people love sauce. I don't like sauce. I don't like to toss like chicken and sauce. I like seasoned meat. And I've learned from doing this for so long, I know what chicken tastes like. I know what steak tastes like. I know what fish tastes like. A lot of people have no idea what those foods even taste like because they know what buffalo sauce tastes like. They know what barbecue sauce tastes like. They know what hot sauce tastes like. You see what I'm saying? Now, they know what all those things taste like, and it blended with the chicken. Oh, I like that with chicken, right? But if you ever ask them, like, what does chicken taste like? They really don't know. And that's the taste that they get acquired to is the sauces and things like that. And those things are mixed with a whole bunch of sugars and sodium makes you retain water and it makes you bloat and things like that. So it makes you look bigger and things like that. So the myth of fat burning foods, you have things that target fat when you're burning it, like certain fruits, right? So you take berries, like me, my favorite fruits are berries. Doesn't matter, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. The antioxidants in it helps target fat, to burn fat. But in order to burn fat, you have to do work. People got this myth that they can eat certain stuff and they can just sit back and it'll burn fat. Not really. You got to get up and you got to get active. You have to be active.
And I think that's important.
If you want to burn fat, you have to be active. And a lot of people think that's saying, oh, I got to go in and I got to be in the gym for 3 hours. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't work out for 3 hours.